Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
And welcome to But It Was Aliens, the extraterrestrial comedy podcast where we probe real life alien incidents to uncover the truth.
True.
We take these cases by the smalls, shake them, and see if any aliens come out. We've actually been doing this more than a year now. Proper ufologists. 3/4 of the way to 100 episodes.
Damn.
Approximately 4 confirmed cases of aliens and 2 intense arguments. What are you feeling today before we start, Granville? But it was aliens?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I'm pretty confident today will be a yes for oh my, is this one aliens? Today, we are pointing our probers towards Wisconsin.
Boing.
Polk County, to be more precise. It was the night of December the 2nd, 1974. Our subject today, William Bosak, was 68 years of age. William had spent approximately 40 years of his life as a dairy farmer and was a hard-working man who knew his way around a set of udders. Is there a technical term for a set of udders? Like for humans, we have titties or balls, for example. Is it just like a pair of udders? So a cow walks into a field and is like, "Caw, look at the set of udders on them."
Oh, when you just say look at those udders, considering a single would be udder.
They've got lots of udders.
So you would say udders.
Look at the set of balls on them.
Just look at the udders.
Look at the balls. I've heard people say set of balls.
It's because there's 2.
Yeah, well, what if there's loads of udders?
How many are there?
I don't know! Do you know, we got into a debate.
Look at that basket.
We got into a debate a few episodes back about a cow having its penis probed or something.
Did we?
Think about that.
There's been so many. Sorry, but...
So one of our listeners sent me a message on Twitter the other day pointing out quite correctly that it would be a bull.
Yeah.
Completely passed us both by.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, did we?
We need to go back and listen to some of our episodes. Anywho.
But then think how fun it is when they can point us to it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes we do things on purpose. Sometimes we don't. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Kev fact for you folks listening. I love vanilla lattes. Like, love them.
Yeah, he loves them.
Oh.
I don't know a man that loves a vanilla latte more than Kev.
Yep. So if there's milk on the scene, I may get excited. Anyway, William Willy Bosak was returning to his farm following a gathering of farmers, the Fanner Dairy Cooperative meeting in Frederick, which was a town nearby. The time was 10:30 p.m. As Willy was close, about a mile away from his farm, Willy saw with his eye an unusual light object glowing at the side of the road. God, I want a latte.
He's starting to froth at the mouth. Why are you sticking your tongue out like that?
I didn't even know I was. It's like, hold on, why's my tongue out? Lattes and rum,
Are
son.
you getting hard for a latte right now?
No?
I don't ever want to see you stick your tongue out like that again. Oh, that was so disturbing. So we saw a light object.
A light glowing at the side of the road, yes.
Could it have just been like a firefly?
At this point, it could have been.
What year was this?
It was 1974, December, wasn't it? Yeah, December the 2nd, 1974.
Could it have been a
So cold.
kid's toy, like just a little bouncy ball or something that has a light in, and the kid may have just dropped it.
Don't think so.
And it was just sat at the side of the road.
I mean, I already know the answer to that
Glow in
question.
the dark ball.
The answer is no, it wasn't a toy. But I don't want to give away what it was. You probably can't guess.
It's a dildo. Right, carry on.
Sorry, I've just got sidetracked in my mind thinking. So, Willy is coming up on a light at the side of the road. What would Granville do in that circumstance?
What am I in? Am I walking? Am I in my car?
You can be in your car.
Putting my foot down.
So you're not thinking, oh, maybe it's like lights from someone who's broken down. Or maybe it's a dogging session. I want to get me some of that. You're not going to get out of your car and go, look.
Oh, so you said lights at the side of the road. All I pictured was just like a little orb of light. Not like car lights or anything like that.
At this point, it's just a light in the distance. So it could be car lights. It could be anything.
I would just assume it's a vehicle at that point.
And then put your foot down.
I thought it was like I said, a children's toy or something just at the side of the road as he was walking.
Okay. It was December, remember, with open fields nearby. The night was cold and foggy.
Was it a snowman?
No. The night was cold and foggy, so William was driving somewhat slowly. William creeped nearer and nearer the glowing object, thinking that it was perhaps headlights in the distance. See? But as he got nearer and nearer, William realised that the glow was actually his own headlights reflecting off what appeared to be a shiny object in front of him. William slowed down even more to barely a crawl as he focused his eyes, trying to make out details through the thick fog. Willy could now make out that it was about 10 foot high in a disc or dome shape. Meanwhile, it had a curved front of glass, almost like a window or cockpit. Not only that, but inside the glass, William could see something.
So a spaceship has broken down, it's landed on the side of the road.
Called the AA.
Space AA. Waiting for them to turn up, and then this little cocksucker drives up.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And he's like, aliens.
How are you going to call him a cocksucker?
Shit. I did not expect to see anyone out here. It's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And it's like, phasers! Gets his gun, points at William. William speeds off. Aliens.
Right. I'm going to give the game away a little bit here and ask, what do you think he saw inside the ship? Are we talking reptilian, grey, insectoid? A green? Mm-hmm. You're going for a green?
I'm going for a green.
It's a good guess. Mr. Bosak could see a figure with its arms raised above its head, almost as if it was in the freeze pose. Freeze! Oh yes, William could see an occupant inside the vehicle. The occupant was somewhat humanoid in appearance, but with some pretty spectacular differences. In fact, William described the creature to the Aerial Phenomena Research Organisation, or APRO, investigative agent Everett Leitner, as a different kind of creature than you may see on Earth. APRO.
Voice is so fucking odd.
APRO were a UFO investigative organisation, of course, whom stressed the importance of scientific investigations. APRO had many PhD scientists in their staff team and operated between 1952 and 1988, so we know that this one is going to be a serious event. J. Allen Hynek even cited APRO as the best civilian UFO group. Meanwhile, many of APRO's team went on to join MUFON. Would you like to firm up your guesses on what William saw?
All I'm going to say is, did APRO... So you know how we have... in the UK, we love football.
Yes.
You have your different divisions. You have your Premier League,
yes,
your Championship,
yes,
and like
yes,
League 1, League 2.
Yes.
Are APRO Championship material? So their players are doing really well And then they're getting brought up to the Premier League,
the big league,
which is MUFON.
Essentially, yes.
So MUFON are robbing all the best scientists.
Yeah, so APRO are the best of the rest.
Okay.
So what, you still sticking with your green prediction?
I'm still sticking with green.
Or do you want to up it to a predator? Or...
No. Super green.
Okay.
Or they're going to turn out to have blonde hair and they're going to be like 6 or 7 foot tall or 7 to 8 foot tall. And they're going to end up being Nordics, slightly tanned, and eat nothing but fruit and twigs and berries.
It's possible because obviously I've just told you this is actually a really serious organisation. So you should probably thinking less outlandish. I might have oversold it a little bit. The creature looked very much like a person, but with a cow-looking face. A square face with hair sticking straight out from the sides. What?
A cow-looking face, as in a cow's head, or just a long face?
Stick with me. You're about to find out. The creature's ears also stuck out from the head approximately 3 inches, and the eyes were large and protruding. I have 2 artist mock-ups for you if you'd like to describe to our audience what you see here, Moonwalker.
What the hell is that? So in front of me is a scared-looking being, humanoid face, looks pretty skinny, so his jawbones and his cheekbones kind of protrude, and his hair looks like he has a mullet, wide-eyed, as if he's on drugs, with rabbit ears.
Looks absolutely smashed, yeah.
Yeah, but he looks frightened.
Yep.
Rather than on drugs. He looks as if he has just thought he's about to let out a silent fart. Actually sharted.
Yeah.
And is in shock.
And it's that initial point just as he's felt the first squelch of the shart.
Okay, this second one looks again freeze humanoid, but it's pretty much a human with big ears. This one. Or you could describe his ears as cat ears, but on the side of the head rather than on the top.
I'd go for cow ears, personally.
I would say cat ears.
Okay, but I'd say cow.
We can agree to disagree.
We can. It's cow ears. I throw a throwing knife at you. It's cow ears.
He's got some mutton chops as well, I forgot to mention.
Yeah,
like those
yeah.
Proper farmer mutton chops.
Yep.
And it looks like he's wearing a tunic. Is he a farmer from another bit like planet?
Could be.
He's a farmer boy. I quite like the look of the first alien, to be fair.
The creature's face itself was hairless, despite the mass of hair poking out on either side. There was no hair on the chin, though. I suppose this could have been a shaved-in style for the creature. This may be cow alien Bigfoot fashion.
I'm not going to agree with the fact that this could be
cow alien Bigfoot,
because we have no idea on how large he is. Could literally just be an upper body. And have teeny little legs at the bottom. Like his bottom half is literally a kind of belt line and legs. And then his top half is a full human torso.
Okay.
Could even be an animal, like a minotaur or a minotaur. Would it be a centaur? Be a centaur.
I've got no idea.
And the minotaur has the head of a bull. Centaur has the upper body of a man. Body of a horse.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry,
So
I got
cow
distracted.
alien centaur.
Okay. So Cowfoot was dressed in basically spandex, which looked like brown fur. William couldn't make out any fine details such as buttons or collars, so I put it to you that this beast was naked. Anyhow, William couldn't help himself. He found his eyes drifting downwards towards Captain Winky. Unfortunately, the fog obscured the lower half of the visitor, but I'd like to think that it had udders. Oh, by the way, in case it wasn't clear, by this point William had come to a complete standstill. Then, as William's disappointed eyes wandered back up the Cowfoot's body, they locked eyes. Cowfoot was staring straight back at William.
I thought he was in the ship.
Yeah.
So if he was in the ship, how did he... And the ship was 10 foot high.
He could have got out.
There is no mention of Cowfoot getting out of this thing.
Listen.
And
It was foggy. Details aren't clear. Cowfoot could have got out of the ship.
Yeah. Yep. You had me up until that point.
Did I?
Yeah. I was in.
You should still be in.
No.
I forgot to say that Cowfoot climbed out of the ship.
I'm back in. I mean, if Cowfoot did get out of the ship, of course he'd be staring right back at him. I mean, if someone's staring at your junk.
Yeah, if you're standing in a urinal, a man stands beside you and then just starts looking at your junk, you're probably going to look at him, aren't you?
Yep.
What the hell are you doing, man?
So the brown fur tunic, space farmer. This is like his potato sack. He's wearing a potato sack as a tunic.
Okay. The tense staring out contest lasted about as long as Granville's sexual performance. 10 seconds, William believes. William
Being a bit
filled
generous there, aren't you?
William filled his pants with fear, but William
At least two.
also thought that the creature seemed just as scared as William was. 2 seconds in heaven are better than 1 second in heaven.
You damn right.
William didn't hang about. He'd seen enough. William turned his back and bravely buggered off. William slammed his foot on the gas pedal and sped away as fast as his vehicle would allow.
That is not bravely buggering off. That is shitting your pants.
Brave, brave William. He bravely
speeding
buggered off.
So if I ever see a poltergeist, I'm just going to bravely bugger off from now on.
Absolutely.
That was so brave.
Granville the Brave. But as William sped off, it seemed to be getting darker. It was as if something was floating over the top of William. Then the car engine started stuttering before stalling completely.
Either the Space AA have turned up and they've got the wrong vehicle, or he is about to get hashtag probed. He didn't realise that staring into Cowfoot's eyes was a sign of affection. It was a come on. And now Cowfoot
to be fair,
took that sign.
He stared at the junk first.
And then the eyes.
Then made eye contact. Cardinal sin right there. If you're not into someone, don't stare at their genitals and then look into their eyes.
Cowfoot was like,
Oh yeah.
Cow ears twitched.
Cowfoot was like, moo, dude. Moo. Oh no! Moo.
Dude.
As William rushed to try and restart the vehicle,
Bravely.
he heard a whooshing sound followed by what sounded like branches from trees hitting his car roof. The car started back up and William literally floored it all the way home, recklessly because the fog was still thick. William ran inside the house, rushed upstairs, and then just gazed, almost in a trance-like state, out of his upstairs window, looking for further sights of what he had seen. Alas, nothing.
Because Cowfoot was behind him.
Cowfoot came in the car with him.
He turns around and he's just there on the bed.
Cowfoot's like, meow.
Taps his hoops. Twitches his ears.
Stares at his junk.
Spins his tail.
The next morning, reflecting upon the events of the previous night, William actually regretted shitting his pants rather than trying to communicate.
Sorry. Didn't shit his pants.
Bravely shitting his pants.
He bravely buggered off.
William returned to the scene to try to gather evidence. Unfortunately, William could find nothing. So what happened following? William was scared of the stigma, so he actually stayed silent. At first. William's wife and son had noticed that something was up with Willy, however, and after they encouraged him, just over a month after the event, Willy came clean. Oh, how William wished that somebody else was with him so that he had a witness. William didn't want to be the local UFO loon. William wished that he had shown the Cowfoot that William was friendly and secured some evidence, but nope, it was too late.
How could he guarantee that the Cowfoot was friendly?
No. They locked
Would he
eyes.
have stuck his tongue out the way you did over the latte?
I told you, if you talk about lattes, I might get excited. I pre-warned you. Don't hold that against me. Latte.
Did his wife and son believe him then?
Yeah, they did.
So he's a believable man.
He must be.
Or his wife and son are gullible.
Or that, yeah.
What would you do if you saw a UFO by the side of the road and you didn't have a camera phone in which to take a
Run
picture?
straight into it with my car. Cream it on the side of the road.
What if it does?
And then I've got evidence.
What if it does nothing to the ship?
I'm joking. I wouldn't ever want to damage my car. That's a good question. Like, with ghosts and whatnot, I'd approach them because I don't believe them and I think there'd be a different explanation. But if I saw an alien and it looked like a big cow, I don't want to get humped by an alien. I'd be more hesitant, I think. I'd probably join you and run away bravely. Brave Sir Kevin. He bravely bargained off.
But then I think I'd have regrets in the morning as well.
Yeah, I suppose you would, wouldn't you?
So,
I might try and take a photo as I drove past.
but you didn't have your camera phone.
Yeah. I'd honk it as I went past.
I think I would try to say hello and see what happens.
I'd call up the boys and go back. Gravel. What are you doing now? Or I'd call up all our friends and go there and send Josh in.
Oh, Josh, go talk to him.
You know he would if you told him to as well.
Yeah, he would.
With this... Sorry.
I was about to say sorry. So if this had happened to you, would you tell anyone?
I think so. I don't think I'd go public with this case, though.
No, I wouldn't.
I might tell friends, but you haven't got enough to prove it to people.
I would like to think that if I was driving home at night and saw a UFO, I could ring you and you'd believe me.
Of course I would.
But at the same time, I can totally see you thinking that I'm just having you on.
Yeah. Until I hear this strange sound in the background. Moo.
I'd just be like, if I don't appear or no one hears from me in the next 2 weeks,
Investigate.
#pro. as my car gets taken off.
Yeah, to be fair, actually, I just want to go on record here as well and say to the world that if I ever disappear, probe what happened to me. I have not run away. I have not committed suicide or anything of that nature. Something foul is aplay.
Yep, same here. Something is afoot.
Anyhow, with this one, it isn't actually clear how the word got out, but somehow the story turned up in the St. Paul Pioneer Press, and then next thing you know, APRO are on the scene.
Son blabbed. Son went to school and blabbed.
Son told friends, friends told teachers, teachers had a laugh in the staff room, told their partners, next thing you know, it's all around town. Mew. William was interrogated at length, as were his wife and son. It turned out, believe it or not, that William was a really popular and well-liked chap who was reportedly an honest, hard-working, trustworthy man. I thought I'd tell you this at the end rather than the beginning for a change, because I didn't want to tarnish it, because it actually said that in the accounts. William, though, remained acutely aware that William, though, remained acutely aware that the nation at large... the nation at large would never believe him, though he also stood firm in his story of events. It's reported that he asked to take a lie detector test to prove the story. Obviously, this was back when people believed lie detector tests a lot more, but that's pretty much William Bosak's story. William was found dead on the 22nd anniversary of this event at the age of 90. William maintained the story throughout his life.
Ooh. Oh, that's a bastard.
What's a bastard?
That he died on the 22nd anniversary of the event.
Yeah, coincidence, right?
We know the Sun leaked it.
We know it.
So he was an honest man. What to take the lie detector? So, did any of the public actually believe him?
People believed that he believed it.
That's fair. That is fair. Do you reckon he just wandered up, like, drove up to a barn?
And saw a really
cow.
big cow.
Yeah. Or like a, what are those big hairy bastard ones with the horns?
A Highland cow?
That's the one.
He saw a Highland cow.
Yep. And thought it was an alien.
Meow.
And just stood there staring at him.
He'd never been to the Highlands. He didn't know they existed. He looked at the cow's junk.
Yep. He looks up and the cow's just staring at him. Meow. Then he legs it. He bravely buggered off.
Bravely ran away. So what could explain these events if William was honest? Okay, you suggested... Oh no, you didn't actually, did you? Did you suggest he was drunk?
No.
I think I'd made a note of it earlier on in the notes, but we didn't actually mention it.
Didn't dawn on me.
No.
Ooh.
So was he drunk driving
He was at a
home?
farmer's party, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he did drive home, so it'd been very naughty if he had a drink.
It was probably quite normal back then for people to drink and drive.
Back down an unpopulated road towards his farm, I guess. I mean, not making excuses or saying it's okay, because it's definitely not, but...
What if he hadn't only drunk, but had taken...
substances.
Mushrooms. Something like that.
He was a special kind of farm.
He was literally just looking at a cow and tripping balls. Just walked up to a cow and the cow was just probably just like... Yeah.
The cow gave him like a sleepy... Yeah. And he was tripping balls and was thinking it was a human. Or human-like figure, sorry.
Yep.
Okay, so substances. I suppose sleep deprivation or even dreaming could be another explanation. But what if Bigfoot is an alien? This story isn't hugely well known, but those who have studied it have wondered whether it was less cow-like and more gorilla-like or Bigfoot-like. That's an interesting concept. If aliens are more like apes, that makes the whole ancient alien origin theory of humans a little more believable, doesn't it?
I like the fact that they've investigated this and they've gone more of the case of what if it was more gorilla-like or Bigfoot-like rather than what if he was drunk?
Remember, only the best investigated this one.
Maybe they just wanted it to be real.
Yeah.
Or they're classed as the best investigators because they think of all the stuff outside the box that it could be to make it aliens, rather than looking at the plausible that it isn't. So he was drunk or on mushrooms.
Okay, so just one more thought on Bigfoot. Native Americans of the Wisconsin area have reported seeing hairy beasts for many thousands or hundreds of years, be they Bigfoot or Wendigo.
The Wendigo.
Wisconsin is a Bigfoot hotspot. William had spent his life around cows. Did he see the face of a cow in what was really an alien Bigfoot? Have these hairy bastards been visiting the area for hundreds of years whilst being misidentified all the time? What say you, Mooney?
I say he was on mushrooms or on some kind of hallucinogen.
I say he was on illicit substances.
And drink driving or driving under the influence. And
He was smashed, really enjoyed the farmer's party.
had one too many. Maybe someone even put something in his drink.
They were jealous of all his lovely cows.
And he just saw a cow on the way home and actually believed it was an alien.
Maybe.
And it's possibly because of that and because of who he is that people believed that he believed what he saw.
Right, shall we summarise?
Summarise.
So to summarise, we've had Willy Bosak, a 68-year-old dairy farmer whom on the night of December the 2nd, 1974, whilst returning from a farmer's meetup, saw reflecting lights from a dome-like vehicle. As William got closer, he made out a screen and was greeted by the sight of a mixture between a cow and Bigfoot inside. William locked eyes with the creature after trying to check out its package before scarpering. But William's engine cut out as it sounded like the craft took off above him. William rushed home and looked out of his window for the creature but saw nothing. Likewise, the next morning, he went looking for evidence but nothing was left behind. William was a well-liked and honest man, it turns out. William would later tell his story to the Serious APRO group, who went on to form MUFON. Obviously, without evidence, Willy is a tough swallow, but there are strong links in the Wisconsin area to ape creatures. Are these ape bastards actually aliens? And is this the secret origin of humankind? Any final thoughts, Granville, before we conclude?
Yes. And it never dawned on me until you summarised.
Right.
The reflective dome-like object that he saw could have just been... so you know when you drive down B roads and stuff like that?
Yep.
And you have those people's houses are on the side?
Yep.
They have that reflective dome coming out so they can see cars coming either way before they pull out?
Yeah.
It was just one of those.
He saw one of those mirrors, basically.
He saw his headlights reflecting in one of those.
And did he see like a field of cows?
As he got closer, there's like obviously a field of cows next to it. And mew. That is the reflective surface that he saw, I believe. And a cow.
Okay.
And he was probably just drunk or high or both.
Okay, have you scrolled forward on the notes? Are you saying that it was ape aliens?
No. No. Because apparently he saw this thing in the craft.
Well, then it got out.
And it didn't get out.
It got out.
He was just hallucinating. Just saw a cow. I am not saying this was aliens.
Fucker.
But... mew.
Mew. I'm not saying that it was aliens. Of course I'm not. But strange case, right? You could say that this was a case of high strangeness. When are you ever going to come across an alien Bigfoot cow piloting a flying vehicle, but on this show? We bring you the good stuff. The truth! Moooooo, mother truckers! No. You thought it was all about greys and Nordics, but nope! Cow big feet are the truth. The truth. Cowfoot. Seriously though, this case...
How did that not even become a thing?
I saw the art's mock-up on the creature, and I just had to cover it. Without evidence, it was always going to be a struggle to get on board, but the fact that this thing does look so different to most other cases does give it a tiny, teeny, tiny bit of credibility. Tiny. Saying that, I struggle to get away from the fact a dairy farmer likened the creature to a cow, though I suppose that could be his nearest object of reference, so to speak. Anyway, cow feet. Tell the world, but also don't tell anyone. Meow.
Yeah, totally agree. This is not aliens. And again, they are dairy farmers gone to like a dairy farmer meet-up party getting absolutely shit-faced. You would assume there's going to be loads of like farms nearby.
Yeah.
So he literally just got drunk and saw a cow. Moo moo, motherfucker. Moo moo.
Moo. That's today's show. You can probe us on the Twitter at But It Was Aliens. We have a Facebook group, Extraterrestrial Towers. The rest is linked in our episode notes, including our Patreon, where we post monthly bonus episodes. That's right, we've branched out into paranormal studies. Need to know if ghost ships exist? We'll complete a thorough investigation based in science and let you know. That's it from us though, so until next time, do mermaids give birth or do they lay eggs? Wait, how do they mate? Like humans? Or do they spray like fishies? The truth is up there. #ProbeAliens.